Are you lying awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, watching the hours tick by while everyone else in your neighborhood sleeps peacefully? I'm 89 years old, and I sleep like I'm 30 again, because I discovered one simple drink that fixes insomnia naturally. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share the exact recipe I use every single night, and I'll reveal the one critical ingredient that most people completely overlook, the ingredient that actually triggers your brain's natural sleep response. This isn't complicated. It doesn't require expensive supplements, and you can make it in your own kitchen tonight. Gloria, a 68-year-old from Austin, spent 4 years waking up every night at 2 a.m., unable to fall back asleep. She tried everything until she discovered this natural drink recipe. Within 3 weeks, she was sleeping 7 uninterrupted hours and waking up refreshed for the first time in years. Topic 1. The sleep crisis seniors face and why standard solutions fail. Why do most sleep remedies leave you feeling more exhausted than before you took them? The answer lies in how these solutions work against your body's natural rhythms instead of supporting them. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University have spent decades studying sleep patterns in older adults, and their findings reveal something troubling. When you rely on artificial sleep aids, your brain stops producing its own natural sleep chemicals. Your body becomes dependent on external help, and the quality of your rest deteriorates over time. You might fall asleep faster, but you're missing the deep, restorative sleep phases your body desperately needs. Here's what happens inside your brain when you use typical sleep solutions. Your natural sleep architecture includes multiple cycles throughout the night: light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. Each cycle serves a crucial purpose for your physical and mental health. According to Johns Hopkins sleep specialists, artificial interventions disrupt these natural cycles. You might sleep for 8 hours, but your brain never enters the deep restorative phases where your body repairs tissues, consolidates memories, and strengthens your immune system. That's why you wake up feeling foggy and unrested, even after a full night in bed. The consequences of disrupted sleep architecture extend far beyond morning grogginess. Research published by the National Institute on Aging shows that poor sleep quality accelerates cognitive decline in seniors. Your brain uses deep sleep phases to clear out toxins that accumulate during the day. When you don't reach these deep sleep stages, those toxins remain in your brain tissue. Over months and years, this contributes to memory problems, difficulty concentrating, and increased risk of serious cognitive issues. Charles, a 71-year-old from Minneapolis, experienced noticeable memory improvements within 6 weeks of switching to natural sleep support. His morning confusion disappeared completely. The solution isn't to fight your body's natural processes, but to support them with nutrients your system actually recognizes and uses. Instead of chemicals that force your brain into artificial unconsciousness, you need natural compounds that trigger your own sleep mechanisms. Your body knows how to sleep perfectly. It just needs the right building blocks to create its own sleep hormones. This natural drink provides exactly those building blocks, and you'll notice the difference in how you feel both at night and the next morning. Don't let another night of poor sleep steal your health and vitality. Make this change tonight. Topic 2. The magnesium-rich base that relaxes your nervous system. Your chronic sleeplessness might actually be a simple mineral deficiency that no one has identified. This sounds almost too simple to be true, but research from Harvard Medical School reveals that up to 75% of Americans don't get adequate magnesium from their daily diet. For seniors, this deficiency becomes even more pronounced because our bodies absorb minerals less efficiently as we age. Magnesium plays a direct role in regulating your nervous system, and without sufficient levels, your muscles stay tense and your mind keeps racing even when you're physically exhausted. Here's exactly what magnesium does for your sleep quality. This mineral activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your nervous system responsible for calming you down and preparing your body for rest. Harvard researchers found that magnesium binds to GABA receptors in your brain, the same receptors that help quiet mental activity and reduce anxiety. When you don't have enough magnesium, these receptors can't function properly. Your brain stays in an alert state, constantly scanning for problems and keeping you in a state of low-level stress. That's why your thoughts race at bedtime even though you're physically tired. The consequences of magnesium deficiency go far beyond poor sleep. Mayo Clinic cardiologists warn that low magnesium levels contribute to muscle cramps, especially the nighttime leg cramps that jolt you awake just as you're drifting off. This mineral also regulates your heartbeat, and deficiency can cause heart palpitations that feel alarming when you're trying to sleep. Your body needs magnesium for over 300 different biochemical reactions. When you're deficient, your entire system struggles to function optimally. Barbara, a 74-year-old from Seattle, eliminated her nighttime leg cramps within 10 days of adding magnesium-rich ingredients to her evening routine. The solution is remarkably simple and immediately available. Use warm almond milk or oat milk as the base for your evening drink. Both are naturally rich in bioavailable magnesium that your body absorbs easily. 1 cup of almond milk provides about 15% of your daily magnesium needs, and the warm temperature helps your body relax. Pour 8 ounces of your chosen milk into a small pot and warm it gently. Don't boil it. The warmth itself signals your body that it's time to wind down. This forms the foundation of your sleep drink, and you'll build on this base with additional sleep-promoting ingredients. Start using this magnesium-rich base tonight. Topic 3. The golden spice that reduces inflammation while you sleep. What if the pain that keeps you tossing and turning all night could be significantly reduced with just half a teaspoon of a common kitchen spice? Chronic inflammation is one of the most overlooked causes of sleep disruption in older adults. Research conducted at the Mayo Clinic shows that inflammation doesn't just cause daytime discomfort, it actively interferes with your sleep architecture throughout the night. When your body is fighting inflammation, it can't fully enter the deep, restorative sleep phases. Your immune system stays partially activated, keeping your body in a state of low-level alert that prevents truly restful sleep. Turmeric contains a powerful compound called curcumin that has been extensively studied for its anti-inflammatory properties. Scientists at UCLA documented that curcumin works by blocking inflammatory pathways at the cellular level. It's not just masking pain like a temporary fix, it's actually addressing the underlying inflammation that disrupts your sleep. The research shows that regular consumption of curcumin can reduce inflammatory markers in your bloodstream by up to 40%. This reduction allows your body to fully relax at night instead of maintaining constant inflammation responses. Your joints, your muscles, and your entire system can finally rest properly. Without addressing inflammation, you're stuck in a vicious cycle that destroys your sleep quality night after night. The pain keeps you awake, and the lack of sleep makes inflammation worse because your body can't complete its natural repair processes. Mayo Clinic researchers found that poor sleep quality actually increases inflammatory chemicals in your body, creating a downward spiral. Many seniors spend years caught in this cycle, not realizing that reducing inflammation could be the key to better sleep. Vincent, a 79-year-old from Phoenix, reduced his nightly awakenings from 6 times to just once by addressing his inflammation naturally. Add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder to your warm, magnesium-rich milk base, and here's the critical detail most people miss. Add a small pinch of black pepper. The black pepper contains piperine, a compound that increases your body's absorption of curcumin by up to 2,000%, according to Johns Hopkins nutritional research. Without the black pepper, you're wasting most of the turmeric's benefits. Stir these ingredients thoroughly into your warm milk, making sure the turmeric dissolves completely. The combination tastes earthy and slightly spicy, and you can adjust the amounts based on your preference. Your joints and muscles will thank you by morning. Topic 4. The natural amino acid that calms your racing mind. Why does your brain absolutely refuse to shut down at night, even when your body feels completely exhausted? The answer involves a natural amino acid that your brain needs to produce its own sleep hormone. Researchers at UCLA's Sleep Disorders Center discovered that tryptophan serves as the building block for both serotonin and melatonin, the two chemicals most responsible for regulating your sleep-wake cycle. When you don't consume enough tryptophan, your brain literally cannot manufacture sufficient melatonin to make you sleepy at the right time. Your racing thoughts at bedtime aren't a character flaw or a psychological problem. They're a biochemical shortage. Here's the fascinating process that happens inside your brain when you consume tryptophan at the right time. First, your body converts tryptophan into 5-HTP, a precursor compound. Then 5-HTP converts into serotonin, the neurotransmitter that regulates mood and creates feelings of calm and well-being. Finally, when darkness signals your brain that nighttime has arrived, that serotonin converts into melatonin, your natural sleep hormone. This entire cascade depends on having adequate tryptophan available. Stanford University sleep researchers emphasize that this process takes about 45 minutes to complete, which is why timing your tryptophan intake correctly makes such a dramatic difference in your results. Without sufficient tryptophan, your brain simply cannot produce the melatonin it needs for quality sleep. You might feel tired, but tired and sleepy are not the same thing. Your body can be physically exhausted while your brain remains alert and wakeful because it lacks the chemical signals telling it to sleep. The Cleveland Clinic reports that tryptophan deficiency contributes to both difficulty falling asleep and difficulty staying asleep throughout the night. Your brain needs this amino acid not just to initiate sleep, but to maintain proper sleep cycles all night long. Doris, a 66-year-old from Denver, noticed her 3 a.m. wake-ups disappeared within 2 weeks of ensuring adequate tryptophan intake every evening. The simplest and most effective way to add tryptophan to your evening drink is with 1 tablespoon of raw honey. Raw honey contains natural tryptophan along with simple sugars that help transport this amino acid across the blood-brain barrier more efficiently. Stir the honey into your warm turmeric-spiced milk until it dissolves completely. The slight sweetness balances the earthiness of the turmeric and makes the drink more pleasant. Don't use processed honey. The heating and filtering removes many of the beneficial compounds. Raw honey still contains all the enzymes and nutrients your body needs. This single tablespoon triggers your body's own sleep hormone production naturally, without any artificial chemicals. Add this critical ingredient tonight and watch how your racing thoughts finally quiet down. Topic 5. The adaptogen that lowers stress hormones. Within 30 minutes, could elevated cortisol be the hidden reason you wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. every single night? Cortisol is your body's primary stress hormone, and it's supposed to be lowest during nighttime hours. But research from the Cleveland Clinic Wellness Institute shows that many seniors experience abnormal cortisol patterns with levels spiking in the middle of the night. When cortisol surges while you're trying to sleep, it triggers your fight or flight response. Your heart rate increases, your mind becomes alert, and your body prepares for action, exactly the opposite of what you need for restful sleep. These cortisol spikes can be triggered by blood sugar fluctuations, unresolved stress, or simply the body's dysregulated hormone patterns that develop with age. Ashwagandha is an adaptogenic herb that has been used for thousands of years and is now backed by modern scientific research. Studies published by researchers at the University of Colorado show that ashwagandha directly lowers cortisol levels by regulating your hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, the system that controls your stress response. In clinical trials, participants who took ashwagandha before bed experienced an average 28% reduction in cortisol levels within just 60 days. More importantly, they reported falling asleep faster and waking up fewer times during the night. The herb doesn't sedate you artificially. It simply helps your body return to its natural, balanced hormone state. High nighttime cortisol keeps you locked in a state of hypervigilance that makes deep sleep impossible. Even if you manage to fall asleep initially, cortisol spikes will jolt you awake in the early morning hours. Harvard Medical School researchers note that chronic elevated cortisol also contributes to weight gain, high blood pressure, and increased inflammation throughout your body. It's not just stealing your sleep, it's damaging your overall health. Many seniors struggle with middle-of-the-night insomnia for years without realizing that stress hormones are the root cause. Franklin, an 82-year-old from Tampa, eliminated his 2 a.m. wake-ups completely after 3 weeks of using ashwagandha in his evening routine. Add 1/4 teaspoon of ashwagandha powder to your evening drink mixture. Start with this small amount, because ashwagandha has a slightly bitter, earthy taste that takes some getting used to. You can gradually increase to 1/2 teaspoon once you're accustomed to the flavor. Make sure you're using pure ashwagandha root powder from a reputable source. Quality matters with herbal supplements. Stir it thoroughly into your drink mixture so it doesn't clump at the bottom. Within 30 to 45 minutes, you'll notice a subtle sense of calm settling over you. Your shoulders will relax, your jaw will unclench, and your mind will stop its constant vigilance. Lower your stress hormones naturally before they steal another precious night of sleep. Topic 6. The exact recipe and timing that maximizes results. When you drink this sleep-promoting beverage matters just as much as what ingredients you put in it. Research from the Stanford Center for Sleep Sciences and Medicine emphasizes that timing your nutrient intake correctly can double or even triple the effectiveness of natural sleep aids. Your body operates on precise circadian rhythms that regulate when you feel alert and when you feel sleepy. If you consume sleep-promoting compounds too early, they'll wear off before bedtime. If you consume them too late, you'll be running to the bathroom in the middle of the night instead of sleeping peacefully. Getting the timing right is the difference between mediocre results and truly transformative sleep. Here's the complete recipe with exact measurements you can follow starting tonight. Pour 8 ounces of almond milk or oat milk into a small saucepan. Heat it gently over medium-low heat until it's warm, but not boiling, about 3 to 4 minutes. Remove from heat and add 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder with a small pinch of black pepper, stirring thoroughly. Add 1 tablespoon of raw honey and stir until completely dissolved. Finally, add 1/4 teaspoon of ashwagandha powder and mix everything together until smooth. The entire preparation takes less than 5 minutes, and you can adjust the ingredient amount slightly based on your personal taste preferences while keeping the proportions similar. Drink this mixture exactly 45 minutes before your target bedtime. This timing allows the tryptophan from the honey to convert into serotonin and then melatonin right as you're getting into bed. The magnesium begins relaxing your nervous system during this window. The ashwagandha starts lowering your cortisol levels. Everything converges perfectly to support your natural sleep onset. If you drink it too early, the effects peak before you're ready for bed. If you drink it too late, you'll need to urinate in the middle of the night, disrupting the very sleep you're trying to improve. Set a reminder on your phone for 45 minutes before your desired bedtime, and make this drink part of your non-negotiable evening routine. The consequences of wrong timing can sabotage even the best natural remedies. Mayo Clinic sleep experts warn that consuming any liquid within 30 minutes of bedtime significantly increases nighttime bathroom trips. Every time you wake up to urinate, you disrupt your sleep cycles and make it harder to fall back asleep. Your body has to start the entire sleep process over again. Additionally, if you take sleep-promoting nutrients with a heavy meal, your body diverts blood flow to digestion instead of sleep processes. Your last substantial meal should be at least 3 hours before bedtime. Janet, a 73-year-old from Boston, struggled with this drink until she adjusted her timing. Then she started sleeping through the night consistently. Set your evening routine starting tonight and stick to the 45-minute timing. Topic 7. The critical mistakes that sabotage. This natural remedy. Are you accidentally destroying your sleep potential even while trying to fix it with natural remedies? The most effective sleep drink in the world cannot overcome poor sleep hygiene and environmental factors that work against rest. The National Sleep Foundation has identified several critical mistakes that seniors commonly make, and these mistakes can completely negate the benefits of even the best natural sleep support. Understanding what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do. Many people implement one positive change while unknowingly maintaining 3 habits that sabotage their efforts. Screen time before bed is the single most destructive habit for your natural sleep cycle. The blue light emitted by phones, tablets, and televisions suppresses melatonin production by up to 50%, according to Harvard Medical School research. Even if your sleep drink is helping your body produce melatonin naturally, that blue light is actively blocking it. Your brain interprets blue light as daylight, which signals it's time to be awake and alert. Set a strict rule for yourself. All screens off at least 1 hour before bedtime. Use that hour for reading a physical book, gentle stretching, or quiet conversation. This single change amplifies the effectiveness of every other sleep strategy. Room temperature plays a massive role that most people completely underestimate. Your core body temperature needs to drop by about 2 degrees Fahrenheit to initiate sleep, according to researchers at the University of California. If your bedroom is too warm, your body cannot achieve this temperature drop no matter how sleepy you feel. The ideal bedroom temperature for sleep is between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, much cooler than most people keep their homes. A warm room forces your body to work at cooling itself down, which keeps your metabolism active when it should be slowing down for rest. Howard, a 76-year-old from Chicago, couldn't figure out why nothing helped his sleep until he lowered his bedroom temperature to 64 degrees. He finally started sleeping through the night. Late evening meals wreak havoc on your sleep quality because digestion requires significant energy and keeps your body in an active state. Johns Hopkins gastroenterologists recommend finishing your last meal at least 3 hours before bedtime. If you eat a heavy dinner at 8 p.m. and try to sleep at 9 p.m., your body is still actively digesting food. Blood flow concentrates in your digestive system instead of your brain. Your core temperature remains elevated. Your metabolism stays active. All of this prevents the deep relaxation necessary for quality sleep. If you need a light snack before bed, make it something small and easily digestible at least 90 minutes before you drink your sleep mixture. Don't let these common mistakes waste another sleepless night. Make these 3 adjustments in your bedroom tonight. At 89 years old, I sleep peacefully through the night because I finally gave my body what it actually needed instead of fighting against it with artificial solutions. This natural drink combines magnesium for nervous system relaxation, turmeric for inflammation reduction, tryptophan from honey for natural melatonin production, and ashwagandha for cortisol management, all working together when you drink it 45 minutes before bed. You can experience this same transformation starting tonight with ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen. Now I want to hear from you in the comments. What time do you usually wake up during the night, and how long have you been dealing with sleep problems? If this video helped you understand what's been disrupting your sleep, click that like button so more seniors can discover these natural solutions. Subscribe to this channel because next week I'm sharing my morning energy boosting routine that keeps me active at 89. And please share this video with anyone you know who's tired of being tired. You might just give them their first good night's sleep in years, and that's a gift that changes everything about their health and happiness.